My name is j.NAVIN, and I'm about to introduce you to my new album, Humanoise. Let's check it out. So, Humanoise is this album that I've created over the space of 2020 going on into 2022. It started out in Byron Bay, and it's finally made its way over to Melbourne, Victoria, where it's mostly been birthed and created there. This album sort of is inspired by, I guess, my own vibe, my own energy, my own space. The vibe of this album is mostly this electronic vibe. Has a touch of hip hop to it that delivers mostly a chilled, moderate vibe, but also has this element of bounce to it, which is really quite captivating. Throughout creating this album, I wanted to go for more of a translucent psychedelic vibe, which is sort of something I've been subgenring at the moment. Which has been interesting, very interesting sounds. It's mostly just been just a progression, like an expression of my own self, and just a bit of an explorer of my own sort of creativity. So I created the name Humanoise. Firstly, when I was creating this album, I was like, what name am I going to give it? And the first words that came to my mind was like people music. I know it's like completely different what normal people listen to, but I still wanted to have like a quite like-minded human, I guess, grounding type feel to it. So with people music in mind, it wasn't really long till I came up with the name Humanoise. People music, Humanoise. And it's kind of a play on words too, so I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, Humanoise it is. So the first song, Good Morning. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Yo, you say good morning. It's like the first thing of the album. So yeah, just first thing of the album, first refreshing thing. I find the song Good Morning has like a quite like refreshing vibe to it as well. So yeah, it has the name Good Morning. It's pretty freaking sick. Space Cake. Yo, Space Cake is a freaking vibe of a song, man. When I was making this song, it was actually the first time, around the same time I was making my song One Time. It actually includes the same synth and the same sample used in that. So I was making that around the same time. Both sort of similar vibes, quite bouncy, quite hip-hoppy. I had a lot of fun making this actually. I used a Frank Ocean sample for that.
Them police turned down a function, now we outside.
And I basically just got out my launch pad and started like chopping up the vocals and yeah, I made that just dip police, turn down, dip. Yeah, so I was vibing with that. So I just chucked it in there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It has a really nice bouncy sort of like vibe towards the end of it. I really enjoyed it, so I hope you do too. Who that? No phone, who that? Yeah, Who That is the third album, it's the third song of the album. Bit of a vibe when listening to it. It's like, I don't know whether to dance to it. I don't know whether to do like anything to it. I think to me, it's mostly just a song of dynamic sounds. So yeah, like it's, when I started off, so there's like, it transitions into two different sounds. I actually made those at the same time. And I kind of was just like, all right, I'm going to have this sound first. And I'm going to have this sound come in second. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to make. And it's pretty groovy. So that's cool. Spiel. Spiel is an interesting track. I actually started in 2019 is when I first started this song. But I only just recently finished it within the last few months. This song is a bit of a journey. Like it kind of transitions into like a bit of a bouncy vibe, goes into a bit of a more of a trippy sort of state. But yeah, kind of an interesting song. So the whole album is just freaking interesting, man. Like, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It was cool. Next song of the album is called Abstract. Abstract is definitely an abstract vibe. It's probably one of my favorites of the album. Creating this, it was just fun. I was just watching really trippy music videos and like playing over my song to it. And yeah, I made this song when I was living in Byron. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think that's one of my favorite songs. So I hope you enjoy that. This should be a vibe. Next, we have Friends. Friends was a song that I created living in Byron Bay. Yeah, I think I just made it with some friends at the time. And yeah, that's the name Friends. Friends has a really interesting sort of vibe to it. It's kind of out of place. What it reminds me of, like, imagine like a meteorite like hitting the planet and it just kind of going and spinning off like that. That's kind of this album. It kind of hits and it goes, but then kind of sinks back into it. So it's a bit out of place, but I like it that way, and that's the way I've created it. So yeah, a bit of an interesting piece that. Then have my song Window Sun. So this song is probably the most simplest of songs, but I still really like it. I called it Window Sun because it's like when you're sitting at the window and it's kind of that sun that's coming through the window. What a vibe that is, man. Definitely have a coffee, go eat some food over some window sun. That is the vibe right there. So yeah, I wanted to name it after a good time. So hence that. It's pretty simple. It's really just sort of something to listen to. Really nice and chill, easy going. And yeah, I thought I'd put a part of the album because why not? Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, it's cool.